Hello, this is Broly SS Guide, and I'm back with another video. This video, I'd like to talk about the new God of War game, La Fey. Um, hey, look, I'm like this. In a way, okay, I did want Kratos and everything, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? I see who's handling the game, which is, Corey Barlog. And to be honest, I don't want Corey Barlog on God of War no more, as far as like Kratos. I don't like the way he does the story. I don't like Kratos. I don't like old man Kratos. None of that shit. So I prefer him to be on another project like this. I hope he stays on that shit. I know he ain't gonna do because he's like the leader of like the head director of like God of War now. So, but like I'd rather for him to pretty much stay on the face shit. Um, that's in my opinion because the other two God of War games that he made, 2018, whatever year it was. Also, Ragnarok was okay. It was pretty good. It was all right. I think it was better than the first one. Um, but the first one to me, the one he made was lackluster to me. The guys was trash. I'm sorry, North Pathology. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like Kratos' new look. I don't like the over the shoulder shit. I don't like Atreus. Right. So when I saw Corey do that interview about raising Kratos with a little thumbnail of him with Kratos like a baby in his harness, I was like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's like, I ain't like it. I just don't like it, right? So, in my opinion, I said this before plenty of times. If since David Jaffin doesn't want to come back, which he should, but I don't know. But anyway, he doesn't want to come back, right? In a way, I think it's good that he doesn't want to come back for our David Jaffe because, like, if he does use Kratos, I think he'll do a good job with Kratos. But as far as the female characters with David Jaffe, he's kind of to me leaning towards the same way as other people, making the characters look ugly and dumpy and just like not attractive at all. But I think he probably would make a little badass at least, probably. But they probably look like men, and that's what I don't like about it either. You know what I mean? But cause I heard him talk about how he doesn't want today's developers to go back to the '90s view of women, how they looked back then. And to me, I thought it looked really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, but in my opinion, I would like for them to like offer the God of War Kratos himself, Kratos to Stig, the guy that made God of War 3. The guy is great. He made. I ain't gonna lie. Out of all three God of Wars, as far as the console versions, I'm sorry, David Jaffe. I'm sorry, bro. Whoever made part two, but man, God of War 3 blows all of them out the water. I'm sorry. From graphics to the mechanics, the fight mechanics to the story, the guys themselves, how they look. Um, I'm sorry, but Stig, man, they need to bring him back. To me that was the best God of War I ever played in my life, and I think he should continue the God of War. With OG Kratos, don't even touch the old Kratos. Like them just die off or something. I don't know, or let somebody else do the old Kratos, or he can handle old Kratos, and the new Kratos. Let them do both. You know what I'm saying? Like he can do both because like I want better stories with somebody that's not scared to hold back, not scared of the '90s, not scared of bringing back what we miss. Gritty, gory, um, over the top stuff. You know what I'm saying? And in the old God of Wars, Kratos was obviously getting this thing on. You know what I'm saying? Like he was macking on a lot of girls out there back then, and he was doing this thing with some beautiful women in those games. And they didn't hold no punches of like showing some little bit of like brief nudity here or there. You know what I'm saying? But like, it made the game that much more fun to play, in my opinion. And it's not about, oh my God, you're in love with this female character. Y'all are this, loving these female characters for how they look. No, it's the fact that we pay good money for games that we want to enjoy. We don't want to sit here and look at a girl that look like ordinary soccer mom, or just a woman that's like you see every day on the street walking down the corner. It's like it's a fantasy. You want to see fantasy type shit, not just I want to see a badass chick that's thick, not some this. I ain't gonna lie, shit to me. The way she looks boring. I'm not saying she's ugly, but she looks boring, and it's the same type of redhead. Um, like Mary Jane from Spider Man. Same thing with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. Like why they keep going to these women that look like dudes? They look masculine, or they have no kind of sex appeal. If it ain't no sex appeal, they don't want to look badass. Period. I don't care Abby. That bitch look like a straight fucking monster, like a damn She-Hulk or the Thing. I don't know. That bitch just look weird as uh, a mutant from from the X-Men or some shit. That bitch have her own superhero movie or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it punch through walls. That was just a dumbass fucking uh, game. Last of Us 2 with her in it. And the problem to me is this. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that Sony is really using male characters as stepping stones. Look at how they killed off Joel for the second game. They think only had one fucking game, one damn game, and everybody said, "Well, Joel's story is already over. Joel's story is already." Nigga, for one damn game, person he just dies. Like what in the hell? But Ellie lives. But then you got females running there. Don't even wrong. I don't mind females in my game. I play with females in my games. So it ain't even that. It's the point that I am getting tired of seeing female characters being um they're using very popular male characters as stepping stones. Cause like when I saw the title God of War that said LaFay, I'm like, well, why just not just put in like LaFay's story? Don't just put a God of War LaFay because she's not no fucking God of War. She's not a God of War. Kratos is God of War. At least try to put in the title God of War LaFay's story. You know, God of War Kratos' wife story. You know what I'm saying? Like just it's the way they word things out. And that's I don't like Corey Barlow. I'm sorry guys. I don't like that nigga. I don't. I don't. And I'm gonna place this guy. I'm saying is I do not like Corey Barlow. I mean, and I don't know. It's like, in my opinion, he did not like Kratos. I'm talking about David Jaffe's version. He wanted his own version, and he stripped away everything almost Kratos had from his OG version, from young version Kratos. And I don't like that. I don't want to hear about some Kratos got to grow. He's got to expand. He's got to be more mature. Fuck all that shit. This is a damn video game. He doesn't need a kid. He doesn't need to get old with a beard, and he doesn't need to go. He doesn't need all none of that shit. He doesn't even need to be married anymore. He's been married. We've seen that already. Killed his wife in jail. He doesn't need to get remarried all over again and have a kid. I don't like none of that shit. I really don't. Um, but don't get me wrong. Now, I mean, after I played part one story of his version, and then played Ragnarok, which I think Ragnarok's way better than part one. So part one was just taking her ass to the damn mountains and dropping the shit off. I mean, and y'all like that one over Ragnarok? That's just weird because Ragnarok at least had more action in it. Besides the walking scene with the little black girl, but that was like the only slow part of the damn game, in my opinion. But I think Ragnarok had a lot more action, and you get to actually see us trying to stop Ragnarok. Get to finally see Tyr and all that shit, right? But what fell short to me was fucking Odin, scrawny ass wannabe mobster wearing coat Odin. That's like that the boss fight for that game at that part fell flat. I'm sorry. And on top of that, in my opinion, in both games, North mythology bosses, the gods, they don't really hit as hard as they did in North as Greek mythology. I'm sorry, like it don't hit like that. Like not one of those Greek god. I mean, sorry, not one of those Norse gods besides Thor. That's it. Made me say, yo, I gotta replay this boss again because I love playing this boss. I love playing this boss. Hell no. God of War 3, God of War 1. I love playing God of War 1, the Hydra. One of my favorite bosses, three-headed Hydra. Um, God of War 3, my favorite boss is like Hades, and I say Hades and Zeus are my favorite boss fights out of that one, right? Norse mythology, I don't have not one favorite boss fight besides probably Thor. We got to war with Ragnarok. The first God of War, I didn't have any favorite boss fights in that game. Nothing. None. And you know what? Since I had this game when it came out, I probably played that game about 6, 7 times. That's not a lot. Compared to be playing my older God of War games over like a gazillion times. So I'm saying like the replayability for that game for me for those other two games was like really low compared to like Stiggs version and also David Jaffe's version of God of War. It doesn't Corey Barlow's version of Kratos does not pull me in to play it over and over and over again. It really don't. It's like I'm doing chores with the fucking uh um. It's like they want to be too much like Dark Souls, and you gotta have like I forgot what you call that shit, man. Um, bills for like what bills? Like, I ain't had no bills in the other God of War games. All of a sudden, now we got to do bills and shit, and make them like this, make them like that. No, nigga, I just want to just play the game and have fun. I don't want to make bills. I mean, you don't have to, but sometimes like if you get to that point in the game, it's like I understand people want options and everything as well, but like I don't give a fuck about bills, bro. Build them as a tank, build them as DPS, build them as this. Like I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the other God of War games, man, you have your powers, you have your skill tree. Let's just rock. And those skill trees does not make you no tank. The skill trees just make you as you're supposed to be, a killing machine. Simple as that. You know. But yeah, that's like, in my opinion, Cory Barlog took too much from other games like The Last of Us with a kid. He took too much shit like Dark Souls shit, the way you move around and you got to roll and I always had roll too, but like it just felt too much like a Dark Souls game in my opinion. You know. I hate Dark Souls. I hate Dark Souls games. I don't like Souls games at all. I really don't. Um, yeah, I just wish that I'm glad he's on the Fate game. Hope he stays there forever. I'm sorry, but like I mean, unless I want him to stay there if they can get Stiggs. If they can't get Stiggs in there, please stay there and never come back to God of to Kratos. That's all I'm saying. Cause like Stiggs, man, he did the actual like um what do you call it, like stunts and everything in the game for like Jedi Survivor. The movements of like what the hell was it? The movements and everything of how you can jump over things and the combat and the action. He did all of that for Jedi Survivor. Or was it the first one, Jedi whatever the first one's called. You know what I'm saying? Like Sticks is good, bro. And I saw a lot of what he did in the Jedi games into the God of War 3. How you can slide down with your sword, you can slide down with your Blades of Chaos, like ripping the ground and sliding down like Wolverine would do some shit. Sticks did all that, man. Um, and I think it's weird how Sony them like, you know what, we're gonna keep you on board here. you're a great with God of War 3. You know why? But you know why they didn't do it? Because of the sex scenes. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it's probably. I don't know. We might have just went somewhere else because he wanted to, but in my opinion, that's another thing too. When we get off of the God of War thing, right? Let's get to the female thing, right? Let's get away from Kratos for a bit. Now let's go to the female part. Now, Sony's been going through all these other females using other people as stepping stones as far as the male part, right? Male counterparts as stepping stones, right? Now, why don't they use already established female characters they already have, right? Without that doesn't use a male for a stepping stone. Why don't they use, I don't know, you got Heavenly Sword, Nariko, Nariko. Have you guys noticed how they won't touch that IP? But they got the nerve to put it on PlayStation Plus, but they won't touch that IP. Look at all these years. I don't give a fuck with it. Oh, it's so low. They got games that sell lower than that now. That's brand new that they making. That's multiplayer and that sell extremely low. So I don't want to hear no. It's gonna sell low with it. Man, fuck that, bro. Like, give it a chance. It might sell well this time. Do better with the frame rate. Do better with keep the store in the store a whole lot longer than like 3 hours. Why could they do a extremely well with Heavenly Sword? But you know why they ain't gonna do it? Look at how she was dressed. And it was if they was to do her again, she was just like this right here. That's how I have her, just like this. It's like I don't know, it's just weird, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I always thought that Japan people don't they love having like half naked women in games and shit like that and movies and anime. But when it comes to this gaming thing, it's like they don't want to touch it. As far as Sony, you know what I mean? Like they are the complete opposite of what they used to be. And you know what? And Heavenly Sword, Naruto, is the only female character they had made back then that that had her own game was her. And another thing is like, why don't they just go ahead and just make another a female character that's on her own, like Kenna? Somebody else made Kenna, and you don't see nobody complaining about Kenna being woke and all this shit because you know why? Kenna did for herself, and she was successful to have a part two. Because Stellar Blade, somebody made that character, and look how she looked. You know what I'm saying? Like Kenna is a good example of not having to be looking sexy, and but yet stand on her own, and it's a great game. Now you get Stellar Blade, it didn't do as much as well as everybody thought it was gonna do, but it stood on its own. It didn't have to rely off a male, a, s- a popular male character just to get sales. That's all they're doing. They're trying to bank off of Kratos' name to get sales. All I'm gonna say is this: they need to go ahead and bring back Stiggs and put him in for God of War, old God of War remake, everything else. Let him do it. Let him do the new version as well if possible. Or hell, give it. I don't know, man. Now let's go to Wolverine real quick. Now Wolverine. Now I hear people talking about Gina look right and everything. I think her face looks okay, but why is she dressed like that? Like she's covered up from head to toe. I noticed that she is covered from head to toe. Like what the fuck? In a big ass leather jacket. It looks like 100 degrees outside. Summertime. She's wearing a big ass heavy coat, long sleeve shirt underneath the fucking coat, tight ass man pants. It's just like, what the fuck? Why is she dressed like that? How hot it is outside? Like I never seen Jean Grey wear that much clothes in my life. I'm sorry, I never seen Dick Grayson with so much clothes in any kind of like comic book or like movie. Nah, I never have. But like Sony is getting more like Xbox when it comes to female characters now. And they been looking more and more ugly, and they're not showing off the body like they used to. Like this Sony right here. I've been trying to tell you guys, man. Jim Ryan's gone. Jim Ryan's gone, and um, this Sony here is not edgy no more. It's not this. It's like they're trying to play everything well, way too safe. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to, you know, be wild and be crazy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the PS3 era. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The PS3 era was the best era. Go back and look at the commercials for PS3. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sony was going crazy back in the PS3 era. I don't give a fuck everybody say PS3 trash. Not hell no. PS3 came out with God of War 3, bro. I was hooked. Twisted Metal Black, man. Mortal Storm. Are you crazy? Are you Heavenly Sword, man? Really? I was eating good on PS3 era. I don't know about you guys, but I was eating real good. You know what I'm saying? But look at the commercials back then. And that one particular commercial. Do you want it? Do you need it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ladies and gentlemen, do you want it? Bruh, that joint. Welcome to the show. Please come inside. Bruh. It's like they went all out. It's like they did not give two fucks what you thought. We going to be crazy. We going to show you some crazy shit in these games. And you're going to enjoy these games and have fun without no kind of woke shit, no kind of agendas, right? But it's like as soon as PS4 came, you start seeing change with it. You know what really started off, in my opinion? Was The Last of Us. The Last of Us is pretty much the game that did this kind of trend of um they start making all these characters female. From your male characters to female. Like I said, I got no problem with female characters, bro. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Go on my channel, you see a ton of videos of DC Universe Online. I play with Storm. I made a Storm character. I play with Storm in Marvel games. It's just my favorite character. So it's not even that. It's like Sony has got on this wave of like just everything gotta be female. Everything's gotta be female. No matter what, female, 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 female. And it's like, ah. But I mean, I don't mind that, but just stop using popular male characters. You make as many female characters you want, but stop using the backbones of male characters to do it. Popular male characters to do it. You know, one or two games, okay, yeah, but every fucking game, from like The Last of Us to God of War, from God of War to Nathan Drake to you know, so on and so on. If it ain't just Sony, look at Xbox. Same thing with Xbox. Look at how they did Marcus Phoenix, and they went to what? To who? Kate. I don't know her last name. Kate something. She took over. But you know what? At least Microsoft only did that with one damn game. They ain't sit there and start using their franchises to branch off to other shit to copy off to piggyback off of popular characters too much though. Sony is doing it way too much. They're doing it way too much. Now back to Corey Barlog though. I wholeheartedly want him to just stay on that and don't even touch Kratos no more, bro. I'm sorry. I really do. And look at how they gave her a jump button. She can do aerial attacks and everything. But yet, Kratos, the man that can do aerial attacks, the myth, the legend from God of War 1 to 3, can jump, do aerial attacks, everything. But now she gets it. Isn't it kind of giving off that Star Wars vibe of how everything Luke could do, Ray could do better. I never know, even though I never watched the movie like that, but like I just heard that she was like a whole lot better and everything as far as her being a Jedi, and that's just crazy. But yeah, oh Sony, I know they're not ever gonna do it, but they just need to go ahead and call Stiggs and say, look, man, like um Corey has pretty much lost his mojo when it comes to Kratos, and he wants to do female shit now, and David Jaffe doesn't want the project no more. So, would you mind taking this offer of becoming the new God of War developer for Kratos, OG Kratos? I prefer that anyway. OG Kratos. I'm gonna tell you right now. If it was like a Atreus, I'd be just saying the same thing. I didn't want Atreus either. I didn't want Atreus. Just like how, in what's the name of that game? Gears of War. I didn't like JD's son. I didn't buy that shit. I saw JD. I was like, wait a minute. I said, where's Marcus at? I was on buy the game. And I said, hold up, where's Marcus? Like, where's the rest of the people at?
Arguing with
I
you
ain't seen no
isn't
Coltrane. I ain't seen no
you
Marcus. I
started
ain't
it.
seen none of my and Gears 4. And I didn't buy it. I said, fuck that game. I ain't buying that shit. Just play with Kate Bishop, whatever her damn name is. Not Bishop, but Kate something. Rodriguez. I don't know her damn last name, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about, Kate. You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't buy it. Sorry. I skipped both both those Gear games. That's what kind of like made me stop playing my Xbox that much. I went well, as far as me, yeah. I didn't play it as much no more. Unless I played like the older versions of Gears of War. You know, yeah, it's just sad that everybody wants to like ride that wave of characters, of how they want to be. Everything's got to be super ugly, and on top of that too, though, like when he made the fake character or whoever made her character, she doesn't even look badass. She doesn't look badass. She doesn't look. Now look, the girl from her Heavenly Sword, she looked badass from the jump. Okay, when you first get into the game with her, she looks badass from the jump. You
Nice
feel me?
weather today.
Now, okay, look. Okay, in the new LaFay game, man, look at the
Hmm.
gear you get. Like, huh? Like, what the? Really? I mean, maybe you get better gear later on. Probably looks
Whoa.
badass. I don't know, but like, bruh, it's like, huh? And if that's the case, I would have showed it off like that. Like, okay, look, this is LaFay. This is what she's looking like now. We get her
Hey
leveled up
friend,
and
you
she
good?
looks ready to go, kick some ass. And this gear right here, like, she has spikes on her shoulders, spikes on her legs. Kind of like the Fortnite joint of Lady Gaga. That that silver chrome type of look style armor. Kind of like the kind of armor you can see off of Mad Max or some shit. You know? Like yeah, like it's just weird, man. Like when I saw her, I was like, damn, like, what the fuck? Does she got metal legs? Let me see this real quick. That motherfucker shiny as hell. She got metal. She got robot legs. I haven't played this game in so long. I just bought this game last night, so forgive me. But I haven't seen anybody with legs like that with
Okay.
robotic legs,
What do you
unless
want?
she's wearing like some leggings. The fuck?
Oh.
Damn, they shiny too, boy. Let's see some reflections real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see some reflections real quick.
I'm waiting for a friend.
Hello, we about to turn to this digital foundry. Yes, sir. We're gonna check these legs, and
Hmm.
they shining. Look at that. Those motherfuckers are shining. Let's see if I can see my reflection real quick. Can I see my reflection? God, that is crazy. Robotic legs, guys. Try to see my reflect. Hold up. Shots by reflection. Yeah. Those ain't shining, boy. I need some armor roll real quick. Some armor roll. Nice little rag. Wipe it down like a car. Wipe it down like a car. Yeah, I got a bad controller, fucking stick drift and shit,
Okay.
you know.
What do you want?
She got the blue hair. Oh, blue hair vibes, guys. The blue wave. Anyway, though, yeah. So that's my take. That's my opinion about how I feel about everything. From Jean Grey, how she should look better than that, and I don't know why they got her dressed like the way she was dressed, and also how LaFay should look a whole lot more badass. Like they should have showed her in a better way. Change the name to like LaFay's story from God of War. Something like that. Don't just call it God of War LaFay. Like you're making people think that it's a God of War game when it's really not a God of War game. It's a part of the God of War universe, yes, but it's not God of War. She's not the God of. It's like they try to refer her as like she's the God of War. When you put it in that title that way, change the title, give her a better looking gear, make it a little badass, and please God, make her hair look better than it is. Like give us some ways to change her hairstyle. I don't want her hair just be just down like that. Okay, look, the game. What's the name of that fucking game, bruh? Darkstalkers. The female from Darkstalkers. She looks sick. That bra looks sick. You know what? It's from the jump. She looks sick. Make her look like that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about as far as like looking badass for a female and sexy. And she ain't even really showing that much. But yeah, you can see her curves at least, and see more of her curves, and you can see her badass armor she wears. And I don't mind playing with her. And I haven't not heard that one person say here complain about that character. Not one person. She got her own standalone game, and I don't know how well it did for her sales, but like, hey, I'm not hearing no complaints about her. She looks badass. I don't know her damn name, but yo, she looks sick, bro. She does. Um, that's kind of character I want LaFay to look like. You know what I'm saying? Look, make a little badass like that. But nah, you get old plain Jane soccer mom that becomes a god. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. It's like they like to use all these this ordinary looking women, and I don't want to hear no touch grass and women. Man, nigga, please. There's women out here in real life that look like damn supermodels around in my area. The fuck you talking about? They go to the gym, go to the grocery store every day. They look good, look sexy as hell. So I don't want to hear no. I go to the doctor. What's the doctor the other day, bro? Kid you not, badass bitches in there. I'm like, they nurses bad as hell, bruh. They look way better than the fucking LaFay. You know? Well, way better than Abby. So I
What's
don't
up?
want to hear, yeah, like, what's weird? It's like, they act like pretty females don't exist. Only ugly. And if you want a pretty female, then you don't have no life. You're misogynistic. Um, you don't touch grass. You can't get a girl. You can't. It's like what? Because you want to see a good-looking character, then it's a problem. But yeah, but hold on. I'm saying real quick though. But yeah, it's a nigga out here talking about something. Y'all got problems with female characters, but y'all shouldn't, right? And this ain't the names no more. Blah blah blah. Right? Really? Okay. But yet, it be the same motherfucker that complain about frames. Complain about frames though, right? Yeah, you can play about frames all you want. Oh, frame rate, blah 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 blah, right? The frame rate is not 60 frames per second. I don't want to buy it, right? But they'll sit here and say, well, back in the day we played games that they have good looking characters. Okay, yeah, true. We didn't, right? Okay, back in the earlier days, but later on the characters started evolving more and more better. Like Heavenly Sword, for instance, or Tomb Raider, right? Laura Croft, right? So look, this is my point. You got people saying like back in the day, this you have frame characters with, like box shaped heads and everything. Yeah, but anybody can complain. That's because it's all we was used to. Duh, we were used to seeing that shit. We didn't know that technology could make shit look better, right? So of course, somebody complain about the shit because like when you see shit like that back then, that's all you know is how it looks back then. Look, hey, look. For instance, right? Look, you got cars back then that was like box shaped in the '80s, all box shaped cars. You didn't see a lot of cars that look like this right here, pointed out to the front. That had all this right here. See what car look like this right here? See this? That's how cars were back in the day in the '80s and '70s, right? Like this, box shape. That's all we knew of, right? So why would somebody complain about something they always see every day, like this right here, like these kind of cars right here, right? That's all they knew of. Like this right here as well, like an old Lamborghini. It's not a Lamborghini, but a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? The point is this: that's the era that we were in, so we were used to that era, right? So now we're in a different era. We get to see better looking females. So we want to stick to the era seeing better looking females. But now, see, it evolved. Um, each console and each game evolved as far as looking better looking characters for our females, right? So why is it all of a sudden now we want to reverse time and bring things back to the Stone Age of having females look like fucking cave women? You know what I'm saying? Now we go back in time, we're going backwards. But yeah, hold up though. So this is my point. But yeah, you can complain about frames. Oh, the frame rate is so bad. But it was bad back then. Was he complaining about it, man? 30 frame per second? No, he wasn't, because you know why? You were so used to it back then at that time period of having the normal frame rate of 30 frames per second. And to this very day, the same thing as 30 frames per second. What's changed now is you got consoles can push out more than higher frame rates, right? But my point is this: you can't sit here and tell somebody to how to feel about something that they're used to when they've been seeing it being looking better and better for a female character, but yet you can sit here and complain about frame rates the same way, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Only thing the difference is the frame rates is more it has more to do with like your playability with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same way. Okay, it makes the game run smooth. I understand that, but point it's still the same logic. It's like you're sitting there, you're complaining about something to be better for today's gaming. And as far as gamers, we want the same thing when it comes to our characters. Took a lot better. Took a lot more uh, appealing to the eyes. What's that word? Eye candy. You know what I'm saying? We want more eye candy when it comes to these female characters. It's like she don't gotta be over sexualized, but at the same time, we gotta look decent, like the girl from off of Darkstalkers or the girl from of Heavenly Sword or there's someone I don't know, but so many female characters out there like that. To be honest, or Lord Craft or Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my little take though, guys. How you guys feel about what I just said? Do you agree or disagree? Do you feel like more characters like this right here? This is for God of War, guys. This would be LaFay. Hey, look, that's why I don't want David Jaffe to be creator no more. You know why? And if he makes a character, shit, this would be one of your playable characters in God of War. The new God of War. If Jaffe does it, no bullshit. I don't trust that motherfucker. Nah, give it the Stiggs, bro. No bullshit. Give it the Stiggs. Hey, look at the Atreus. Look at the Atreus, bro. That's how they want to do these characters these days, right? You see Atreus.
They're everywhere.
I know. They're everywhere. We all know that. They're everywhere. That's how they want these characters to look like this though, man. Like this. Look at this. That's how they want it. Look at the trays, bro. See, father. Oh, Bobby
Who are
Hill.
you?
Look at Bobby Hill, bro. I'm just saying, like, it's sad,
Huh?
man. Like, we come down to like these kind of like developers making these kind of characters though. Like, far as our our leading characters, you know. Anyway, yo, guys, we'll go ahead on end the video right here, and let me know how you guys feel about what I said though. Am I wrong? Am I right? This is Bro. This is guys signing out. One love and peace.